and they concluded that the People's Mujahideen of Iran had not violated any laws or committed any crimes against the United States or its citizens. Number 8, the Iraqi government pledged to protect the residents of Camp Ashraf pursuant to a written agreement with the United States of America, and they have failed to live up to the agreement. Since the promise of protecting was forthcoming from the Iraqi government, since their assurance that would secure the safety of the residents of Camp Ashraf, those residents have been subjected to 24/7 psychological warfare through the construction and use of loudspeakers around the perimeter of the camp, as well as 2 military assaults on a defenseless population in 2009 and 2011 that resulted in nearly 50 deaths, about 800 injured, and they presently have several dozen still in Camp Ashraf because the Maliki government has denied access, humanitarian medical access. Number 7. Friends and allies, the EU and the UK convened independent investigative panels led by distinguished jurists, and both concluded that the MEK was not a terrorist organization. Number 6. The radical mullahs of Iran and their president, Ahmadinejad, are the most significant supporters of radical Islam around the world and the greatest source of instability in the Middle East and North Africa. The MEK is the most visible, best organized, pro-democratic opposition and the greatest threat to the regime in Iran. The radical regime in Iran views the MEK as an enemy. The 5th reason to delist. The terrorist state of Iran maintains a diplomatic presence in the United States, and the president annually visits the United States and subjects all of us to his venomous, vituperative, vitriolic rhetoric, anti-American, anti-Western, anti-freedom, anti-democracy. Delisting would enable Maryam Rajavi, the leader of the MEK, to visit us and tell us about the true intent and aspirations of the people of Iran. The 4th reason to delist. Political, military, law enforcement, and diplomatic leaders throughout this country, Republican and Democrat, liberal and conservative, have been united in their public support of MEK, have urged this administration to delist them, and are prepared to publicly support this administration's decision to remove MEK from the foreign terrorist organization list. 3, the administration's silence in face of the brutal retaliation against Iranian dissidents and the Democrat opposition in the MEK at Camp Ashraf in 2009 and 2011, and those brutal attacks are certainly inconsistent and, one might argue, actually hypocritical, given the administration's public support of the dissidents, the resistance and the protesters in Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, Syria, still waiting for one more country to be named to that list. If we're going to support the resistance in those countries, well, we're still a little bit uncertain